Yeah.
Ricky.
Hey, what if we walk by a girl and she smell like hot dog water?
Smell like hot dog water?
Yeah.
I like hot dogs, bro. I don't know.
But like the water that the hot dogs was in, the bag, you open up the bag.
Say that again. Why you gotta start like that?
Because it's hot, bro, and these mamas are picking up the kids, right?
Oh, bro, come on! Don't even start.
And they be out in the sun and shit, right? It's getting hot over here, though. It's almost 100 degrees over here. So
nah, bro. Like, I mean, trust me, I was outside. I've been outside. So
that's the new scent that popped in my head, bro. I said, man,
hot
this
dog
lady
water?
smell like hot dog water straight from the bag when you open up the grocery store.
Straight from the bayou.
Hot dog water.
Hot dog water. Sound like there's gonna be a lot of hot dog water stands all over the place.
Nah, bro. You need to. Well, they got that stuff where you can't sweat and it's good for females, the Toomey or whatever.
I have no idea, bro. You're asking the wrong person. You're asking the wrong person. I swear.
Well, I'm around a lot of young ladies, or old ladies, and mid ladies, and baby
Just around a bunch of ladies,
grandmothers, and all that. So they just smell like hot dog water today. Like a bunch of them.
RaiderNationLive, what's up, everybody, man? Welcome to RaiderNationLive. I'm your host, Derek Lowe. We got Coach Gravy over there. We got two other guests that are coming. Raider Gate 420 also is always going to be here. And we got new to this these parts. Mike from Raider. It says right there. It says Mike Raiders Against the World. He has a brand. I'm pretty sure you guys seen it on IG. So I'll be putting that up once he pulls up. Welcome to RaiderNationLive, man.
What's up, man?
We'll get to the chat real quick, but I always tell you guys around these parts, be sure that you be thankful for what you do got and what you don't got, and also don't drink and drive. And we're gonna get into it real quick. Shout out to TJL, Raider Gate for President, Mexico Finger Red #1. Let's go. Mike Aguilar, what's going on, bro? Thank you. That's Mike right there. He's a new member. Let's go. It's my opinion, gentlemen. I'm back. Let's go. Raider Paul, what's up, bro? Joseph in the building. What's going on, bro? Hopefully you're having good to discuss the Raiders. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out today, bro. I seen a little bit here and there just in my travels today. It's been a long, crazy day. Are they using sundial? Tell me tonight. It's so stupid. Jonathan 7 in the studio says only women allowed to run for fun, run for president of Mexico. So declared by the new presidente. Claudia? What the hell? Shit, let's go.
Yeah, they got a woman.
Kev, what up?
Jewish
woman president?
Woman, Jewish, Mexican woman became president of Mexico today.
Okay, we're not talking politics here, man. Hey, congratulations to her. We're talking football. I'm not getting into politics.
But that's what he means.
Okay. Shit, salute, man. Appreciate her. I didn't even know that, bro. Like, to be honest with you, dead honest with you. I haven't really read nothing besides shit that I needed to the last couple of days. Tired of fucking reading. But anyways, my opinion right here. Minshew and Bowers looking good in practice just with helmets. Good sign or not? Hey, shit, they're there. They're present. Let's go. Miguel, what's going on, bro? Salute to you, man. Red Rebel. Does it smell like hot dog water? That's what she said. Wow. Red Rebel. Joseph Barger, what's going on?
She didn't say it. I just whiffed it.
Can't access. Hold on real quick. It says SoCal South. Let me get to it quick. SoCal South, what's up, bro? Anonymous Raiderette, salute to you. Hopefully having a good one. My opinion is Raider Mania. Everyone's talking a little bit of smack. It's 104 in Arizona. Yep, it sure is. It's hot as hell in Arizona. My boys out there right now. I got family out there too. Everyone's showing love. 2 cents in the building. Raider Way. Emmanuel, what's going on? Well, SoCal South. Cool Kev. We said there's gravy talking about sweaty man. But wow. This good man. Come on, see, Gravy, what you start tripping.
Oh, I was talking about you. The wet.
Come on, bro. Like, nah, hell no. Nah.
I'll make sure to bring that up later.
Anthony Estrada always says what's up to everybody except for me, bro. That's what's up. All right, for sure. I got it. There's another person that doesn't like me, dog. You don't like me, bro. I told you people don't like me, bro.
That's what happens, man.
What happens when you're an asshole, huh? Anyways, Miguel says, I'm a Gardner Minshew supporter. Oh, shit. Okay. We can get into that a little bit. Shit, ready to
Me
get ready.
too, bro. Before our
DeMarcus, what's going on, bro? Gabe's in the building. What up, Gabe?
Yes, sir.
is there
What the hell's going on
Got
here?
RaiderNationLive. Got that RaiderNationLive.
Hold on, real quick. What the hell's going on?
he got it. It's one that he got. I forgot. You don't have the other one though.
Dang, that's the only one that you got? Fucking gravy.
Hey, how come it's
What the fuck? Hold
What are
on,
you
I'm trying
doing?
to fix them right now. What the fuck is going on? Man, this is some bullshit. Why you messing with shit, Gravy? See, Gravy's always messing with something, bro.
Damn.
See?
man? You just blame me thinking.
Yeah, it's easier like that, bro. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I gotta edit this whole thing real quick.
Yeah, that's how Gabe. That's how big you're gonna be when we go to the.
Yeah, when we go live,
Hey,
you're gonna be
what's
like,
up?
yeah,
that's how big you get.
small.
That's how
You'll be a
big you're
little
gonna be
bigger.
when we get Saturday, bro.
yeah, shit. Hold on,
On
bro.
Saturday?
I said Gabe's gonna be pissed, dude.
You only need my
Yeah.
voice, dog. All you need is my voice, though.
There we go.
Yeah.
So there we go. Shit, he said all we need is my voice. Yeah, pretty much it.
They don't know it's Gabe,
like-
bro. They don't know it's Gabe.
It's like what did they say when Fergie and Jesus or what does fucking Will Ferrell say?
I don't know.
Will Ferrell Step Brothers.
Hold on real quick, bro. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'll go to chop it.
What's cracking?
up,
What's
Gabe?
cracking? Chilling,
What's up,
dog.
babe?
Fucking just right here, you know.
You
Started
been
packing a
chilling.
bowl. Packing a bowl. It's a shit called Gator's Breath. Just called
Gator's breath.
All right. I said, all right. I shit smells good as fuck. So I was like, let's give me some of that.
They got one called Spider Piss too.
Spider Pins. Damn these fucking names nowadays. Huh?
Yeah, give me some of that good Spider Piss.
Shout out my opinion. Shout out Raiders Rebel. Hell yeah, man. Puff pass. Yes, sir.
Milk a Beezy. After this,
Got your
Travis,
green light?
it's cool, bro. It's cool, bro.
Got
You
your
can
green
just say
light?
hi to me to get. You can say hi to. You can say hi to me again. You don't have to say hi to Low, bro.
Got the fucking
But
blue,
see-
got the green light back here, dog. You know what I mean? When it's smoking time, the green light's on.
What did my opinion do with the? Oh, Gabe, we'll just get started. We'll let Low worry about the chat. What up, Cool Cam? Yeah, I was gonna say that right now. We got hot dog water weed. Well, you heard the coaches on their things today. Their interviews today. You had Cardwell out there. You had a DB.
No, I'm
coach, you had
gonna
a
check those out. I fucking literally
What's going on? What
got
up?
home like 20 minutes ago, dog. Fucking from like half hour ago from work, and I fucking want to go pick up my car from it was some getting like a tune up and all that shit because summer's coming and shit like that. So I have to get that shit done. So it's a bunch of shit running around today, but made it to
What
the
up,
show. Made it to the show. That's for sure. Y'all keep me posted right now.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do it. It's been one of those days. It's been one of those fucking days, bro. Where we're sitting back, running around, doing all kinds of shit, getting ready for the explosion, bro. It's been crazy. But
Yeah, it's been crazy.
your boy's a bad motherfucker, bro. I'm just telling you. I don't toot my own horn too many times. Well, not on camera, but not on camera for money. But nah, man, it's gonna be pretty dope. It's gonna be pretty dope coming up this Saturday, man. Speaking of that, I gotta put that shit up. Raider Nation Explosion is gonna be happening this Saturday, June 8th. I'm gonna put the link in there on the Eventbrite link, so you're gonna be able to go in there in the chat and go to pull it up, and you guys be able to see if you guys want to pull up, man. Tickets are gonna be on sale.
My boy Mike Guerrero. What's up, Guerrero? You gotta say hi to Mike Guerrero, bro.
Yeah, I said.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
I told Mike what was up.
What's up, Mike G?
Mike G.
He didn't say
Now, but what's cracking, man?
Shit, chilling, brother. How was you guys today, man? Good, crazy.
Fucking
Hot
tiring. Hot.
Hot with sweaty women walking around me.
Yeah, he was talking about hot dog water earlier, bro. Yeah, he started off with hot dog water, Gabe. Like, I don't understand how he's gonna start off with hot dog water.
Hot water
If
OG.
people smelling like hot dog water. That's like, come on,
Nah,
bro. So it's right there, pinned to the chat right there. If you guys are in the 559 area, 209 area, LA area, it's pinned to the chat right there. Go hit that link and go to buy your tickets for Raider Nation Explosion 5 in Madera Fairgrounds. It's gonna be from 12 to 8. Your boy Low and Gravy's gonna be there. We're gonna be live during the whole event. If not live, we're gonna try to go live, see how it all works out. If it doesn't work out, oh wow, I tried. But we will have a video of it. We're gonna be probably live for about a good 4 to 5 hours, man. We'll see how everything fucking works out, but it's gonna be pretty dope, man. We'll be there. So yeah. So speaking about that, I had to go get all kinds of shit for everything. I'm getting a banner made. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be nice. Hold on.
The boss, bro. He's our boss, bro. Now, Gabe, you gotta start saying, Hefe, what do you want me to do?
Nothing, Greg. I don't need you to do nothing. I just need you to show up. We're
gonna call you DJ Hefe or what?
No, we ain't doing that. Go ahead, bro. He needs hot dog water when we have THC sweat. Yeah. Judy Rivera, let's fucking go.
What happened to DJ Wet?
Let's go. Dude, weapon dance.
That's stupid. So I did see a few things today. Oh, you know what? Okay, check this out. There's a few things that I did want to talk about on Sunday. We didn't get a chance to talk about. I want to talk a little bit about Mumford and Colton Miller injury because I seen something, bro. And so I was watching some of the highlights for the Raiders, right? And then I started watching the Charger game. Well, in that Charger game, the one where we scored 63 points, Mumford was covering Mac the whole time. Mac didn't get one sack, nothing, and Mumford was playing left tackle. So with the whole thing of, everyone's kind of speculating that Colton Miller with his left shoulder being hurt or whatever, actually not speculating. He's actually coming off his surgery or whatever, and he's still having a little bit of an issue with it, or that's what reports are saying, or people are saying, whatever, whatnot. But what do you guys think about Mumford actually going to the left side? Because if you go watch the whole game, he played the whole game left tackle. And so I was kind of surprised, and he actually did a good fucking job. I don't know if you guys remember that or even knew that.
I just think we're at more of a need at the right tackle position, so I think we're gonna probably need his services there more. Because I think what's his name is gonna have a bounce back year. I know he's coming off of a shoulder surgery and shit like that, but I think I have faith in Colton that he'll bounce back. But I've always been on Mumford, that he's gonna take over that right side, dog. And I told, you guys remember us, before pre-draft and shit like that. I was always on the guard. Remember, I was always on upgrading the guard position more than the tackle position because I believed in Mumford. So I like the noise coming out of camp too for him too, because
what's up?
I've liked Mumford since he came out, dog. I've liked Mumford. He comes from a big college, Ohio State and shit like that, but I just think he's getting better and better, bro, for sure.
Yeah, well, yeah, Milka B's saying the same thing. He did play a solid left tackle, but we need him at the right. I do agree with that. I was just saying I just noticed that, when I was watching the highlights and shit, I was kind of like, oh shit, so we might have, because I know Luminor played there a couple games too, or one game. So Mumford played when Mumford played, he actually did some shit. So even though he's going to be on that right side, hopefully there's a possibility that Dalton.
Don't say it.
No. I'm not saying he could possibly be in there, but I mean, especially with Glaze being there, there's gonna be some shit that's gonna probably
I like
work,
Pete,
moving forward.
I like Andres Pete. You know what I mean? I know that guy's he's been a Pro Bowler in this league too, dog. So I think he's a guy that could swing out there too, be a tackle as well. You know what I mean? There's also I think that other dude that we picked up as well. No, but he plays more guard, white hair. You know what I mean? They're all gonna be fighting for spots. You know what I mean? So they still got Meredith. You know what I mean? Who's fighting? Who's still gonna be a depth piece on the offensive line. But I think Andres Pete would probably be that that swing tackle guy. You know that will probably be. Because I just have more confidence in him than because I haven't seen none of Mumford, and I'm kind of on the same boat with Gravy on that one. Like, I until I see him, you know what I mean, and like actually see him, you know what I mean. Even at least them talk about him because I know that there's all they seem to talk about is his size. I haven't seen them talk about like make any big fuss about him or anything like that. So until I see actually something or them even give some inclination that he's actually out there, you know, outplaying some of the other guys that are out there, then I'll probably have some confidence in him. But to me, he's just a big dude, you know, fucking right now, as of right now. But I like
get reps, man. Just get reps, man. You know what I mean? At least show me that. Show me some reps.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. You know, nothing. I think we need to be concerned about Miller, but in the long run, but that's why I think Mumford's there for it. You know,
hopefully Glaze too. Hopefully that's what Glaze is there too for, man.
Glaze is a new one, and then the front side or the seeing side of the quarterback is a perfect spot to put Glaze on the right side. You know, to get the whiff of the NFL. And Mumford, we gotta see how high Mumford's ceiling is because he's not at the level of Miller yet, not even close. But
no.
You know, we lose Miller because of it's gonna have to be Mumford that's gonna take that blindside spot. So then we'll really see it, and then you know we won't say that Miller's expendable or anything like that, but he just get healthy, man. He's an older guy. Get healthy.
That's why I like Mumford dog so much because his versatility too. Like now he's starting.
All of them are swing.
But for like a 7th round pick, you know what I mean? Like that's big time for him. You know what I mean? Like he's been, you know, just little by little. You know what I mean? He started off as being, you know, just the extra tight end. You know, then filling in spots. You know what I mean? When guys were getting hurt last year, actually, you know, got that starting spot. You know, because of an injury as well, but you know, actually played well. So I just think like he's just been getting better and better, and I like him though that he's been able to play both sides. You know what I mean? Like you said, just in case, you know what I mean, the Miller thing, you know what I mean, the injury bug, you know, pops up again, you know, then, you know, you have at least some confidence that he's actually played that side. You know what I mean? Like, obviously you want one of these new guys or like Pete or, you know, Glaze or something like that to be able to step in and fill in that right side. But that's going to be another question in itself. But at least you have confidence that Mumford could probably swing over to that left side. And you know, at least that, you know what I mean? He has experience there.
Like what Joseph saying, has versatility. That's all I was looking at too. Like, to be honest with you, like I want Mumford on the right and have him develop, and hopefully he does what he has to do. But him going back and forth, he'll be able to. You know what I mean? I kind of watched a little bit of. Go ahead.
He's the one that can do that without being so young or rookie. You know, we forgot about Parham though too.
Well, Parham's going to right guard now.
He's gonna play guard, but he's a swing also.
Don't you think he's a little too undersized to play right tackle?
He's strong as hell,
I think
bro.
He is. I don't think that.
I'm not saying he's small. I'm saying just by standards for a tackle.
I mean, if you run zone, it doesn't matter how tall your tackles are.
No, he's like. I just think that. I don't think he's slower. I don't think his services will be needed at tackle though. Just because
they dogs.
There's Glaze, you know what I mean. You still got Glaze. And like as much as I shitted on him on the draft pick because he was picked so high, like I still think he's gonna end up developing into something like after seeing some of it. Like he did play some good ball at the Senior Bowl as well too and shit like that. So I won't shit on him too much until I hear some more out of him at least. You know what I mean? I'll wait at least for training camp. See how he performs in training camp, just even against other rookies and shit like that. But I just want to I think that they were able to pick up some guys later on in the free agency and shit like that we don't have to worry about that too much. I think that and we're kind of I like our guard position. I like where we're at guard. You know what I mean? Because you have a lot of guys who are versatile, right? With like Pete and Whitehair and Meredith that can back up at guard, but I like actually Powers Powers and Parham give me a lot of confidence. I know Powers is just a rookie and shit like that, and there's some talk about he had a strain I think in camp 2 already though, but I just think it's better to if they're gonna get any little nicks and knacks like that, better to get them now than later on in camp, especially if it's something minor like this. Like let's get over it real quick and then get rehabbed real quick and get back on the field, for later on OTAs and shit like that. So, but I like where we're at guard. You know what I mean? The tackle position, maybe that's probably a little bit more concerning because how thin we are there. Like I do like Pete, I do like Mumford at taking over at the right side, and hopefully Miller can get right, man. Hopefully Miller can get back on that right track. You know what I mean? Because if he is, this offensive line is going to be really good. If Miller could
he's out right now. He showed up, but he's out. Or is
that's what I mean. If Miller could be that guy
is he hurt right now?
One of the top tackles in this league, like he has been. If he could be one of these top tackles in this league, like he has been, like he showed multiple times, this offensive line is going to be really good, though.
So homeboy, he's not hurt right now, right? This is just what if he gets hurt?
Yeah, that's more.
I thought he injured his
injury. I think he's coming off of shoulder surgery. That's why. But he's not hurt. Like I think he's already kind of like. I think he's still kind of maybe going through like the last stages of rehab and shit like that. He'll be ready for like OTAs and stuff like that. But I think he is coming off shoulder surgery, so like it's still a question of how he's going to come back from that. I think he's going to be good. I honestly think he's going to be good, but because like I've been saying, I think he's going to have a bounce back year. But if he is that dude that we know and we've seen, that like be one of the better tackles in this league, dog. Like I think that the rest of the offensive line is going to fall in line, dog, and I think we're going to be really good.
Where's that white chair guy? The guy from Chicago? What is he? Is he a tackle too?
He's a guard.
He's a guard.
He's played center before too, but he's a guard.
Well, once we address those two, especially the guard positions, that I don't care where he played at, but if Whitehair is gonna play guard, then I got off the offensive line, bro. I think our offensive line is strong right now, so I'm not really worried about that. I just hope that leads to a massive running game.
That's why I've been saying, like, as much as like I know that we don't have no proven guys, like, you know what I mean? Because it was a small sample size in the running back and all of that stuff, right, from last year. But the only thing that has me like kind of confidence in this is because last year at the end of the year, teams knew we were going to come in, like, especially with the struggles of Aiden O'Connell, especially with a rookie offensive coordinator. Teams kind of knew that we were going to have to run the ball, to be anything effective, in those last 4 games. So it's like, even being able to do like what he did, in those last 4 games kind of has me a little bit more confidence, just because the offensive line did get a lot better. You know what I mean? And I think we're going to have even a better scheme this year, because if you look back, like, last year with Chicago, they ran a kind of a committee. Yeah, they had the quarterback who was a big part of their, that running back, part of the committee part of it. But, you got 3 running backs who all shared a big load of that. You know what I mean? You got Foreman, who had like 450. You had Khalil, who had like 600 around there. You know what I mean? And then you had like Roshan, who came on late, the rookie, who kind of like, he kind of carried the game late. But I have more concern, really, in the passing game still. As much as like we have weapons all over in the passing game, to me, the most concerning is because who's going to be throwing it to them. That's the reason why. Like, I think our running game is going to be good because of the scheme, because our offensive line is better, and I think our running backs got something to prove. That's why I don't have that much like worry in the running game, like, because I honestly, I just think it's going to be good because scheme wise and all of that shit, because you still have a run game coordinator in an ex head coach as well, dog, and Mike Caldwell. Mike Caldwell was an ex head coach in this league, dog. You know what I mean? And he's our run game coordinator now. You know what I mean? So it's like him and Getzey, I think, are going to be able to scheme shit up to where I think we're going to be able to be effective with whoever's out there on the field, dog. And I think that's why I'm more worried about our passing game, to be honest. Who's going to be playing quarterback? He's slinging that ball.
Yeah, before we're talking about that, we're going to bring up our guest for the night. He's backstage right now, letting Gabe finish up and stuff like that.
What's up?
Guys, you guys haven't seen him. I caught him, caught my eye. He had a bunch of shirts, and you see him on IG a lot of places. It's Raider Against the World. I met him at the what was it called? The summer kickoff in Bakersfield. Me and Gravy were right there. He gave us a couple tank tops and stuff like that. I want to introduce you guys. We got 50 people in the building. Everybody go show some love to the homie Mike right here from Raiders Against the World. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what up, Lo? What up, Lo? How you doing, man?
Good, brother. Good. You remember Gravy? Yeah, you remember Gravy. You met him when we were out there and stuff like that. And then there's Gabe right there.
Appreciate it, guys.
Of course, man. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, good?
Good. Hey, bro, football, man. You guys are doing your thing. Appreciate it, Raider Nation Live, man. Hey, you guys are doing some dope shit, man. Appreciate it. You guys bringing it real. I like the line. Hey, we're talking about Mumford, right? Talking a little about Mumford.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, hey.
You want to turn the camera a little bit? You can barely see you.
Turn your camera, bro. You're going half.
It's like the whole offensive line.
This way.
Yeah, we kind of like
the
sprinkling the whole offensive line, but yeah, Mumford's kind of like the main topic, but like just like the whole offensive line as a whole. You know what I mean? We just feel a little bit more confidence in the offensive line this year. You know what I mean? Just because we were able to get some good pickups later on in free agency. I think that's what kind of made a little bit more sense at the end of the day, especially with the draft pick.
Yo, for sure. I even like our rookie, man, Jackson. You know, he's dirty. He's Raider football. He's old school Raider football. You know, he's gonna bring that shit. Watch the run game. We're gonna do a lot of big things in the run game. I know we lost Jacobs, but we got Jameer White. Don't sleep on him, man. Don't sleep on him, guys. I'm telling you. And then, hey, Brock Bowers. We haven't even talked about Brock Bowers yet. You know, everybody's hating on the first round pick. I like it. You know, him and Michael Mayer. I mean, hey, look out, guys. This Raider football, baby. This is bringing back old school Raider football, like we, smash mouth football. You know, bring that nastiness, that toughness.
Back to the old school. We're going back to the old school.
We got to bring back. Yep. And we felt that last year. You know, we felt that at the end of the year last year. You know what I mean? And I think it's just going to be more. I think it's just going to be a better version of that. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be a better version of that because we have. I think our coaching staff from bottom to top. I love our coaching staff. You know what I mean? It's just you got ex guys that have been like a bunch of head coaching experience on there. Like people want to throw that AP's a rookie head coach really because last year he was an interim. This is his first year going into it. Like, but if you just look behind him and everything like that, just like Joe Philbin, you have Marvin Lewis, you have you just Hugh, man. You just have a bunch. Mike Caldwell. You just have a bunch of dudes that have been head coaching, have head coaching experience on this staff, and then you got guys that have played in this league, dog. Like, you know what I mean? You got Andre Carter, you got Ricky Manning Jr. You know what I mean? You got Ricky Manning Jr. You have a Cadillac Williams, dog. Like,
yep.
I love our coaching staff, dog, and I just think it's gonna be a better version of what we've seen later on in the year last year. And I see somebody right now. I think it was my brother-in-law who put in the chat, dog. Like we like. Forget the offense, like our defense is going to be top 10. To be honest, I think our defense is going to be top 5. And I mean, I've been saying it all offseason. I think to be honest, I think our defense is that good. Like really, really top 5 and a chance to be one of the top defenses in this league, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I really do think like top 10 is not even like I don't even think it's like really to be even talking about. I think top 5 is more likely of what this team is probably going to be.
Yeah, a collective group. Wait, don't sleep on Jack Jones. We got our corners too. Don't forget Jack Jones. Hey, he only came in half of the season. He's doing some big things. Jack Jones. We also got Spillane. He had a great year last year. And then also Diablo. And then Adam Wilkins, the big boy in the middle. Come on, he's gonna free up Max Crosby all day long. And then you got Cruz.
Hey, Mike, do you think that Diablo's gonna be in a misfortune type tackling situation when they took the tackle that he's basically out of his 100 tackles, 90 of them were the illegal one that they banned from the NFL.
Oh, it's gonna hurt.
How are you really deep confident in number 5 as I know not as me. I think Diablo could be gone. If we had a good group of linebackers.
Yeah.
I think Diablo's expendable there, but
yeah. I mean,
he's a tough kid. He's a tough kid, but we fell in love with them. We fell in love with Diablo, and then we don't really look at the football aspect of it. That's what I mean. Like, he makes those tackles a lot. Those behind the back tackles, borderline. Now you can't. He did them all the time, so he's gonna have to relearn how to tackle, basically. Or we're gonna get a bunch of flags on. He's gonna be the Illuminor of defense.
Well, you gotta remember we dropped Eckenberg too, so I mean, we got a little hard-nosed, linebacker. So it's by committee. If he,
I don't know if he's athletic enough. Being like Diablo was a safety, he's athletic. So, but I don't think Eckenberg. His problem is covering.
That's little fucking Spillane right there, dog. Like, that's what they were saying about Spillane last year.
Yep.
Well, I was impressed with him. He got 3 picks. He said, "Nah, he ain't gonna do shit." He got 3 picks. He made a bunch of tackles. In the beginning, though, Gabe, he was missing tackles. And we hit you up on it.
I think that's Tommy Eichenberg right there, man. I think he's like he has that Spillane type, dog, like mentality, that Spillane type, like a body type, everything, dog. Like, you see like a like not even a mini Spillane, you just see like a fucking almost like almost a mirror image type of dude, just younger. You know what I mean? Just I like him, dog. Like, cause I've as we know on this channel, dog. Spillane was even tough. Since Spillane, fucking signing on the dotted line, dog, I was, up in arms about him, dog. Like, I kept talking about him, since day one, and it's like, I'm glad that that shit paid off in the end. You know what I mean? Like, talking good about him.
He was playing with the club half the season. That's a Raider right there. If that's not a Raider, that's a Raider.
Just even before becoming a Raider, dog. Like, you've seen that type of attitude even when he was with the Steelers. You know what I mean? Like, taking guys who were like first second or for first round pick. I think it was like Jerry Jack or something like that. He was taking his spot, dog. You know what I mean? So it's just like I see that type of play in Tommy Eichenberg, dog. And I just like, hopefully, he can get his coverage skills up, because he is that is one of the the knocks on him, but that was also a knock on Spillane. So we'll see, man. I just like the way I like Spillane though.
I do too, and
Eichenberg as well.
Yeah, Eichenberg too, and not just that, but you got to remember, guys, what are Raiders known for back old school? The throwaways, like the Alzados, the guys that he's washed up or he's done or this and that. Hey, they're just bringing back. Like I said, I think Pierce and the help of Marvin Lewis, they're bringing back old school Raider football, and that's why Pierce wants to run it. You know what I'm saying? He's bringing these guys in because why? They're not the biggest battles, but hey, they have heart, man. And that I'm telling you, Eckenberg and obviously Spillane. I mean, we could have used a little bit more in the draft with the linebackers, but hey, it is what it is. And full force, let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's get it, baby. Let's get it.
So hey, bro, check this out. So Stem T, I want to go. I know we're talking about linebackers, but
I think Mike should answer this first, and then let Gabe, because Gabe's gonna have a
moment. So okay, I'll read out these things.
He's gonna have a moment where he got to.
Yeah. So Stem T's been around here for a while, and during the whole time before the draft came up, we were like saying, "Fucking sell all the picks, get rid of fucking everything." So he's asking right now. This is a good question. Gabe didn't. I mean, Gravy didn't want to, but me and Gabe were like, "Fuck it, let's do it. Who gives a shit?" You know what I mean? So this was me. This was one of the guys, but you can answer this first. Question is, just want to know how, now that the draft is over, is anyone wanted to trade all the picks to move up? In the chat, what do you think about the draft now that it's over? I think that's what he's trying to ask. So what do you think about that, Mike?
You know what? At first, I was like, get them all to get Jaden Daniels, right? Jaden Daniels. I mean, I'm a big Jaden Daniels fan. Pierce is too. But you know what? They stood pat. I mean, hey, O'Connell, I mean, he's young, and I think Pierce has confidence in him, and I think they decided to build around him. We got the best player on the board with Brock Bowers. Everybody's like, oh, what are they doing? That's another Raider pick, whatever. But, time will tell. Yeah, you got the double threat now with the 2 tight ends, but for sure I was just like, I was telling my sons, hey, man, Jaden Daniels will be a key. He'll definitely make us really better than what we are today. But then again, I think we stood pat, and I think the draft went really well. We drafted need. I mean, we could have used a linebacker. We got a couple corners. And we got that. We did good. And I mean, Jackson Powers. I mean, our line is the trenches, man. We all know you win in the trenches, right? And I think we addressed our needs for now. But hey, we still got money. We could still pick up a couple of players. Don't forget, we still got money that we could definitely pick up a Gilmore or somebody else that's out there that we need. A linebacker, we don't know yet, but I think Pierce and Tedesco, they're making good moves and they're working together. Not like the old regime, and we don't we know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
McDummy and all them fools.
Sure,
You know what I'm saying? You was never a Raider. You should never did it, Mark Davis. Come on now.
Pretty sure that there's not going to be a quarterback to spend that money on.
Yeah, well, you see all the signings now. What's going on? The bar's getting high from all the receivers, running backs, and we just got to spend our money wisely. I think invested with O'Connell. Minshew's a good backup. I mean, we'll see. Time will tell, but definitely building up a winner. It takes time, but we need a win now. We got Mad Max. He's the key, man. He's getting everybody pumped up. He's getting everybody in camp. Coons. Everybody wants to be there. Everybody wants to win. Just win, baby. That's what we need to do. And I think time will tell. But it's going to be a great season, guys. What games are you guys going to?
Both LA games, and I'm going to the Atlanta game for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about you, Gravy?
Both LA games. I want to go to New Orleans. It matters the type deals that the guys. There's other content creators saying that they have packages and all this. I'll jump on one of their packages. Shoot, I don't care. I don't care if it's an Uber drive all the way over there, but
yeah, well, it's kind of hard to get.
I don't care if I want a donkey or anything. I'll get there, bro. I don't care how much it is.
Fucking donkey.
What about you, Gabe? What games are you going to, Gabe?
I'll be at a couple. I'll be at well, for sure. Be both. We'll all be at both LA games.
Okay.
I'm going to New Orleans. I'll be in New Orleans. I know that I'll probably try to go to that Monday night game to Atlanta, and then we'll see. Like during the season, see if another. Well, I'm for sure going to hit up another Vegas game. So it'll be like at least somewhere around 4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
My limit is 3 to 4. He's 4 to 5.
Well, I'm gonna be hitting, I'm be hitting up the Browns game, Cleveland Browns game. I went to the Pittsburgh game last season. I'm doing the Cleveland Browns dog pound, baby. We gotta stay pat. We gotta black out Vegas. I know that a lot of teams have been coming in, and it's looking a little. We definitely the Browns game. I'm going definitely the Rams game in LA. Definitely Orleans. I got my trip going. Raiders Against the World will be there. I got a little exclusive package going on. So if you want to hit me up, Gravy, whoever wants to, do the Orleans trip, hit me up.
So what is that? Are you going to do that for everybody, or are you just trying to, or how are you doing
just me, bro. You didn't say you.
Just exclusive guys that are hitting me up, that are like I said, like you guys, down high Raider fans. I mean, we can't exclusive, baby. That's how we do it. Raiders Against the World, baby. That's how we do it. Exclusive.
Baby, brother, I got it like that, bro.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got tickets, bro.
New Orleans is a for sure thing that I want to be up for sure.
Hit me up after the podcast, and then we'll get you locked in, brother. Some exclusive rooms, for sure.
So yeah, I kind of want to get back to this question because there was a lot of because I know. Well, I'll answer, and then I don't know. I'll let Gabe answer too. So, pretty much the follow-up question of this is like, so would you rather have Jaden Daniels and no early picks next year, or Powers and Bowers? So for me, like that was kind of like the follow-up question. For me, like I would have been happy either way because like I'm happy now. Like I mean, I want to bet the farm, but Gary Gravy was always giving me shit. Like he's like, "Hey, bro, you can't be switching back and forth." And I'm like, I did say early on before the draft, I was like, "Don't be surprised if we're starting AOC next year." He's like, "Nah, we're not doing that." A couple people were like telling me I was fucking crazy, but if you look at it like this, it was a big ass jump. And even though I wanted Jaden Daniels, I knew it was going to be way too much. So that's why I kind of like, I wasn't 100% like, we're going to fucking do it. But I'm happy with the team that we picked. I wish the only downfall for me is I wish that we picked up a running back like in the 3rd round or maybe even the 4th round. That's the only.
Well, we did. Dylan, the youngster, the kid. Yeah, go ahead, Gabe. You do it, man.
I shouldn't even said that. God damn it.
Go ahead, you got it. You got picked up Dylan. Hey,
Dylan
that kid, look out.
Man, Dylan Lobby.
So we can get to other questions.
The McCaffrey, the Christian McCaffrey 2.0 for the Raiders.
Don't get ahead of yourself. But he's gonna be good.
He's wearing number 23. He's wearing number 23, bro.
That's cool. It's cool. That's a good play. That's a good player to model yourself after. That's for sure. Because as much as I hate the 49ers, that dude's a baller.
I would have
a baller. And we're gonna fucking take after somebody. Fuck it. Might as well be him, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what do you think about this question, Gabe? How do you feel about it? Because I know you were like, fuck it, I'm all in. Yeah.
Bro, you know how I feel about the quarterback, but you know how I feel about the quarterback position.
Right.
I'm taking a quarterback over anything because, like as much as I like Powers and Bowers, I'm taking that over anything because like I just in this league, like I do have confidence in that, that we're gonna do really, really good. It's going to take some I think it's going to take some shit to fall our way, the ball to roll our way or something like that, or the defense to really, really ball out, dog, to be able to, to really get to where we want to go. But, I would feel a lot more confident, of course, you know what I mean, with the just our main guy at quarterback. But, I mean, if you tell me, like that's why I was still excited with the like even before the draft. You remember how I would answer this question a lot? Like I think there was like even as much as I was on Jaden Daniels, like as much as I still would have rather have Jaden Daniels now, like even before the draft, I was talking about like there's so many like ways you can go in this draft that our team can get fixed so many different ways. You know what I mean? Like because we might not hit a quarterback, like because there was a lot of talk and it came true. You know what I mean? That 5 quarterbacks, 6 quarterbacks might go in the top. They said that 6, 7 quarterbacks might go in the 1st round, and fuck that. That shit even blew that out of the water. Fuck, 6 quarterbacks were taken in the first, 13, 12, 11 picks. You know what I mean? So it's like
you got to remember though. Gabe, that Michael Penix pick though. That was nobody expected that. That was
exactly. So
that was going to be probably our guy. So
I love the way our draft came out, but. Yeah. I'm never gonna I'm not gonna go back on what I was saying before the draft because that would be like because I was really on that. I want the quarterback and I still do. You know what I mean, of the future because until people are saying that give Aiden the chance, and at this point we can't. There's nothing else we can do about it but give him the chance because he's a quarterback that that's battling it out with Minshew. You know what I mean? So at this point, of course, we got to live with that, but. If you ask me, like I'm going with that with who I thought was going to be, who I think is going to still be a good quarterback in this league, a great quarterback in this league,
for sure.
But then again, too, he could be a bust just because of the fact that I was talking about this before draft too. Like it's all about location, where you get picked at. You know what I mean? Because a lot of players have been their careers have been ruined of where they've been drafted. You know what I mean? Fucking. So it's like that's the thing too. You know what I mean? So it's like. People are going to look back on this like if Jaden Daniels sucks next year, they're gonna say this and that. You know what I mean? But you can't still compare it to like if he was here because it would have been a totally different story. You know what I mean? So it's like it's still not yeah. You can kind of maybe point to that a little bit, but it's always gonna be a different story with every organization.
Exactly. It would have been a match made in heaven. It would have been the perfect match, right? But it just didn't happen. So, but hey, we did draft well, and like I said, a Penix pick, that's what really threw the draft out. Everybody's like, what the heck, but hey, it is what it is, man. We're gonna roll with, and Pearson's
Aiden, hopefully.
He can ball, bro. Hey, he's got an arm, if he just runs a little more and is a little more mobile, and he knows that, he took a beating, man. He took a beating, especially that first Charger game. That was a tough loss for him, and the Raiders, but hey, we got him back. We whipped that ass, right? 63 points on that ass and that Charger ass. We got that shit. So I'm confident, man. And he showed a lot of poise coming down the stretch. But he won 4 games, right? Beat the Chiefs, beat the Broncos. I mean, hey, those aren't, especially the Chief game in KC. Yeah, I know he had great numbers, but hey, he did what he had to do. He managed the game, and we won the game thanks to our defense.
He beat three division opponents. He beat 3 division opponents: the KC, the Chargers, and Denver.
Exactly. Last game of the season, I was there. That was a dope game.
Everybody in our division, he beat.
Exactly.
That's crazy for a first-year quarterback too. That's unheard of in the last 20 years. That's for sure.
And it was dysfunctional. Remember, we had an offensive coordinator. We had, McDonald. I mean, it was a lot of turmoil, man. And he stood in there, man. And we got to give him a lot of credit. But now with the full training camp, Luke Getsy, Pierce, and everybody rooting for him, and Minshew, I think, guiding them. Look out, man. I'm telling you, you just need to be a little more mobile. Just get that ball out of hand. You got so many weapons. You shouldn't be holding the ball. Got so many weapons.
I am gaining more confidence with him for sure. Just the way he's talking, just the way people are talking about him, just the way he looks like more, just I don't know. He looks like he has more confidence to his game. Like I'm getting a little bit more confidence, but until I actually see it on the field, then I'll actually really start talking about it more. But more with more confidence. But at least he's going the right way, dog. Like at least that's something that you know what I mean? Because sometimes you'll get this point in camp, and I've heard it before where people are saying dude hasn't progressed since last year. You know what I mean? Or they got worse. You know what I mean? Or they got worse all off season because they weren't working on their game or something. You know what I mean? So it's like you hear the opposite with him. So that's got given me a little bit more confidence, but until I actually see it on the field for sure, man. Like once we start seeing those preseason games, and because it's gonna be a battle, him and Minshew is gonna be a battle. So it's like once we start seeing those preseason games, these preseason games ain't gonna be like other seasons. They're like these dudes are gonna be fighting for this fucking number one position, and I think it's really going to be left until I wouldn't say the last week of fucking of preseason, but it's going to take at least a week or two in preseason to where you're going to hear, or it might even come down to the line, but I think it's going to take a while into preseason till we get an actual who's going to start day one.
Yeah, well, they only got 3 pieces of the game, so they got to get their shit quick. They got better know right away. Within 3 games. Remember, it's short now, so got that extra game now. What do you think, Lo? What do you think about the quarterback position?
I came in I like Gardner Minshew. I really, really do. I like the fact of what he does, what he can possibly do. He did beat us both times that he did play us. I think he's a scrapper, bro. I'm leaning a little bit more. I'm going to be dead honest with you guys. I like AOC a lot. I think he's very, very smart. I think he's more analytical. I think he takes the game. He plays it the way a quarterback is supposed to play it, personally. Like I think he overthinks himself sometimes. I think he's overthinking. That's what he's hesitating and stuff like that. I think that's probably what it is because he's so analytical. Like, I'm not saying he's like the smartest guy in the world, but he wants to make the perfect throws. He wants to do the best that he possibly can to get the ball in the right people's hands. He wants to be able to read the defense and stuff like that. I think Gardner Minshew has those also, but he's more of a loose player. He kind of like, I'm not saying he's not structured, but I think he can kind of lose the games at certain times. You know what I mean? Kind of going on like, if you notice, I see what I've seen is that you'll see Gardner Minshew, he'll go score. Cool. Get the ball going, get the drive going, then all of a sudden he'll stall out for like 2-3 drives. You know what I mean? That's something that rookies do. You know what I mean? Defense makes his adjustments and everything like that. So he kind of also does, Aiden O'Connell was basically doing the same thing. He stayed pretty consistent. You know what I mean? But for me, I think I might lean toward Gardner to start, even though I want AOC to develop a little bit more. I'm not saying that I don't want either of them to start because either way, they have plenty of options. What do
you think about that?
Running back, tight ends, receivers, the number one receiver in the league. Got Myers over there. You got Tucker that's coming in that AOC's been practicing with. So I think AOC has more of a lock in the number one, but I wouldn't be upset if Gardner Minshew started. So I'd personally I think I'm gonna go final. I'm good with AOC, but I'm not gonna be mad if Gardner starts.
AOC.
So I don't know if that's a long. That's like a long.
What do you think about you, Grady? What do you think?
I think Gardner Minshew should be the starter now, and he should be the starter in the future. I've seen enough of AOC's mistakes. I don't know what. All we're doing is making excuses for this guy, and then before he starts showing that he's a non-mobile, he's accurate, but he doesn't have he can make all throws, but his clock is not where it should be because of the way the offense is. I just can't see him doing the things that a mobile quarterback can do. And you can tell me tell me a mobile quarterback that won a Super Bowl, whatever. What they do is better than what Aiden O'Connell does, which is nothing. He doesn't step side to side. He might do it once or twice, but there's always a player there, but he doesn't see it early. That's what I mean by the clock in his head, bro. He doesn't see it early. He'll just take a sack. And if you want to see a lot of those, that's not development. That's just – I just want the dude he could make his mistakes last year and now during preseason before Minshew doesn't do those mistakes.
Yeah, but I mean, Minshew's going to make mistakes. They're all going to make mistakes, but you got to remember, though, at the end of the season,
bro, tell that to Getsy, making mistakes.
Exactly.
He better not. We accept that, Mike. We accept let him develop. Let him develop. Getsy's over there saying, if he messes up, we're gonna say let him develop. He's only been here 2 years. We do that with a bunch of players, right? So
new regime though. New regime.
Is he confident enough? Does he make you? Are you confident enough to start this dude and have him develop through game time? Or should he have it already? We can lose games, bro. He went 5-5. If that impresses you, then fine. You mentioned the Kansas City game. He had 12 passes, 9 completions.
Well, that game, it was cold as hell, man. I mean, hey, Derek Carr couldn't win games at KC. Derek Carr couldn't win games at KC. Brother, come on, gravy.
I don't give chances, bro. I don't give chances to dudes.
Yeah.
You can't. We as a nation fall in love with these guys, just like this Luby kid. Watch, you're gonna see him playing special teams like a motherfucker, but he ain't gonna run the ball. He ain't gonna run the ball. I bet you.
Well, remember,
we're in love. We're in love. We thought that Aiden O'Connell did such a great job last year, which
nobody's saying that.
In my eyes, everybody is. All of them get AOC or Super Bowl with AOC. Are you joking, bro? Be real with me. Be real.
No, I am. Nobody's saying hey, at the end of the day,
Yes.
Go ahead, Gabe. Go ahead.
I think Mitchell should start because he has experience. He's been there. He's been to the playoffs. He's been on teams where he needed to take over, and it didn't stop. Richardson, he's a rookie. Okay, that's their team. I can say that. I don't give a shit about Indianapolis. He's a rookie. He got hurt. He's only played 9 games in college. No wonder he got hurt because he don't know what the fuck he's doing out there, bro. So now, so Minshew got that team in the third game or fourth game of the season and almost took them to a playoff run, right? O'Connell didn't do that. O'Connell didn't do that in 4 games. In 9 games.
The whole season was screwed once we had McDaniel starting it, and then we got to fire him. We fired him 2 games. We should have fired him after the Chicago game. Wasted too much time.
So if he would have got fired at the Chicago game, and that would have meant Aiden would have started sooner. Do you think our season would have been the same or different?
I think it would have been different because a couple more games.
Well, not just that, like it really the biggest game was actually the game between the Colts, because if it's not for that game,
we needed to win.
But if it's not for that game,
I would think different to Aiden O'Connell if we would have beat Indianapolis, because he would have.
But if it's not for that game, Minshew does the same thing. He also takes us on a near on a near playoff run where we had no business, making it to the playoffs the way we started the season. You know what I mean? So it's like
Mitchell wouldn't have lost them. Mitchell wouldn't have lost them in Minnesota.
And if you look back at that game against the Colts, at the end of the game, that shit was a missed field goal. They called the fucking flag. AOC never got his chance when they really should have had he really should have had the chance to win that game because that shit was not offsides. Jack Jones was not offsides. That was a missed field goal. He should have had his chance.
That sucked game, but he wasn't all world tearing up the stats, throwing shit everywhere.
I understand that, but we also
it was the other quarterback. Minshew was dissecting our secondary.
But Minshew also had guys who have been experienced in this league as offensive coordinators and shit like that. You know what I mean? We had a fucking dudes that were we had who is it? Bo Hardegree.
Well, you don't think 9 games through the season with a brand new offensive coordinator that he needs to deal with, you think things ain't gonna be different than Bo?
No, because they're going off the whole playbook.
I just think it's gonna be better because that's what I was talking about earlier. Like I just think our offense is gonna be better this year just because we have more experienced guys, more guys who like with the head coaching experience. That's why I think he's gonna play better regardless because the offensive line is gonna be better. You know what I mean too. Like, and as much as that's why and that's another reason why I don't have a lot of too much like worry in the running game because if you do look at it, our best running back as far as I'm not gonna say there's no way that career wise or anything like that Samir touches Josh Jacobs, but last year Josh Jacobs was never Josh Jacobs. You know what I mean? Our best running back actually of last year was Zamir White for those 4 games.
You're right.
You know what I mean? So it's that's why I'm saying that's why I don't have too much worry in that. And I think I just like AOC's he's gonna be better this year, just because I think it's a lot more guys that are going to help him out. You know what I mean? Especially with a whole year under him and stuff like that. But that still doesn't guarantee him for a starting spot. That's why I'm saying it's gonna be a battle during this preseason because Minshew does have that track record of he fights, bro, and he's gonna make every fucking competition close because he's just that dude. He's just that guy. He's like that dude that's all grit, dog, and he's going to give you everything he has. And at the end of the day, he's probably gonna outwork you, dog. At the end of the day, he's probably gonna outwork you, outplay you. When you're tired, you might be better than him when you're fresh, but when he has that grit that when you're tired, he's probably still the same as when he was when you were fresh. So it's that's the thing about Minshew. He's always been that guy, dog. So he's gonna make O'Connell work, and that's why I think he's not. O'Connell doesn't have a for sure lock spot, I think, to start, but I think he's gonna be better one way or another.
I think down the line, the whole team is going to be worked. Every position is going to be up for grabs. Besides, obviously, we know the all pros. Devontae, Max Crosby. Everybody. That's what I like about Pierce. Everybody's going to fight for position. Ain't nothing's guaranteed in this NFL, man. Nothing's guaranteed. And Gabe, you're right, man. I absolutely agree with you.
I know he's going to get better, guys. I'm not saying that he sucks. You know what I mean? But he's going to get better. But I'm not using it. Oh, this is his first year in that offense when we're, 1-3 or 1-4. Things don't pan out for us. You know what I mean? I don't want that to happen. I don't want them to say, well, put Minshew in there now. When we should have just did that from the get-go. You know what I mean? We should have did that from if the dude wasn't ready, then don't throw him in there. He could take another year, bro. He was drafted so late. He could take it somewhere. You're asking too much from this. Way too much expectations for Aiden O'Connell, in my view.
I think it's gonna be a short leash. It's gonna be a short leash, I think. With
and Minshew has that experience. Minshew has that. Just like Gabe said. But it's gonna be a battle
together. I just think there's too much head coach experience in there, dog. Like that, they're not going to let just because a favoritism type of shit win the job. I think with all the coaching experience, like the head coaching experience that's back there, they're gonna put their heads together and that's why I have confidence in. At the end of the day, at the end of preseason, they're gonna pick the best quarterback. It's gonna be a battle. If AOC comes out on top, dog, then at the end of the pause. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean. If he comes out on top, dog, like, and he's the day one starter, I'm gonna be confident in it because they picked him, dog. You know what I mean? So it's like they obviously seen that he was a better quarterback during camp or whatever this and that. Like, so I have confidence in them picking the better quarterback. Like I really don't see, like I do see some of the comments being made by like maybe AP and saying that, you know, that like people will probably take that out of context sometimes, and when he says, you know, like that he deserves to be the day one starter because, you know, this is his team or whatever. But at the end of the day, you can't also break a fucking quarterback's confidence, dog. Like, he was your quarterback last year. That's what you gotta say. You know what I mean? You gotta say that those type of shit, that a guy that's gonna probably be he might eventually be your quarterback, because the other guy's only signed to be a backup anyway. Like, as much as we might like Minshew and he might end up starting at the end of the day, like, he was signed to be a backup. You could tell in his contract. You know what I mean? So it's like, at the end of the day, I think AP's saying the right things. He's just saying the right things of, you know, like, he deserves this, but at the end of the day, they're going to pick the right quarterback at the end of preseason and at the end of camp. So I have confidence in that.
So one of the things that I'm noticing in the chat and stuff like that, everyone's kind of going back. Either it's like we're hating on AOC or anything like that. I don't think it's AOC. We're hating on him, bro. I don't see that. I think we're all in agreement. Either one of these guys can really, really ball. But the bigger thing is going to be, what's going to be the determining factor for you guys? My question to you guys is, what's going to be the determining factor on who starts? Is it going to be during preseason? Do you think it's going to be a coach? Or what do you guys think what's going to determine who's going to be the starter? Like, so if you say AOC, tell me why you think he's going to start. Or Gardner Minshew, tell me why. Like, just a couple words. You don't have to say it too much. But because I'm looking at the way I'm looking at it, let me ask real quick, because maybe you guys can kind of bounce off of that. I'm looking at it like, who's starting preseason and who's ending the preseason games. So if Aiden O'Connell comes in fucking second half, then Gardner Minshew starting. You know what I mean? That's kind of the way I'm looking at it. How are you guys looking at it?
Well, I'll say that, like, if by the time preseason starts, they're gonna have more of a already understanding of who's gonna start. That's not gonna be probably locked in stone that who's gonna start already. Like, it might take like a game or two in preseason, but I think the biggest part of it is gonna be in camp. So those camp, who's gonna take those day one reps, they're like, you know, those first team snaps and all of that shit. Like, I think that's where they're gonna be able to see it, because, you know, those guys are gonna be probably taking turns against the one defense and shit like that against the starting offense. So I think that's where you'll probably see it, because I think our defense is good enough to where if a guy show that type of defense or something like that, that's where I think you'll be able to see a guy pull apart from it or something like that. But they also probably will save something for just in case for like the preseason. You might see one guy start game one guy start game two, and then they might go from there. You know what I mean? Like, or something like that. But I think by the time preseason starts, they might already have in mind who's the starter. They might probably not name it by then, but they probably already have a real good understanding of who's going to start.
Yeah, I agree, Gabe. Right now, let's be honest. O'Connell's on the team, right? He was there last year, so I think they're going to have a little favor for him right now. But as soon as they start preseason, you know, they're going to show. If O'Connell starts the first half, then they're going to go with O'Connell. But it all depends on play also. You know, that's why there's only 3 games to get this shit right. You know, and even then, it might not even be right. But I think it's going to be a short leash going into the season. If O'Connell struggles, they're not going to have a problem putting him in. He's a veteran. And Gravy, you know, he can win games for us. He could be a game manager for sure. Because remember, it's a run first offense with Getty. We all know that. So we're gonna run the ball. And what does that do? Open up play action. Who do we got? Devontae, Myers, Browers. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so that's what I believe. I think at the end of the day, O'Connell, I think, is gonna start. They're gonna give him that chance because he's with the team last year, and I think Pierce kind of owed it to him. And then there'll be definitely a short leash. So they won't be hesitant to throw Minshew in there if O'Connell struggles.
There you go. So I put what you call it in the chat. I got 14 votes right now. So you guys can I put who's starts at QB this season. And this is for the chat. It's AOC or guard dog. And right now, there's 15 votes, and 88% or 82% are saying AOC. So you guys, we have like 80 people in the chat, man. Hit that, get a little interactive with it. Tell you put who you want to start. If you guys want to put Britton Brown, who's it? Anthony Brown? I didn't put Anthony Brown up there.
Anthony Brown.
Jacoby Myers.
Anthony Brown, bro. Hey, he's the next
Carter Bradley.
Fucking yeah. Or what's the other guy's thing? What's the other
Carter
quarterback
Bradley,
name?
no, like that. We got that.
Bring Gabbers back.
Bring
No,
Gabbers back, bro. Gabbers all
Gus
day.
Bradley's son. That's Gus Bradley's son. Yeah.
Yeah, but I really think it's gonna be between like it's gonna be a battle, dog. But like I think that the battle's gonna be where we're not gonna see much of it. But that's why I have confidence in the coaching staff picking who it's gonna be. Like it's gonna be behind closed doors in training camp. That's where you're gonna see. That's where it's gonna be the most of the battle at. But it's like I think that's where you'll pull apart. One quarterback will pull away from the other, dog. It might even still be close then, dog, because he's gonna make it hard. I think one of these guys
right here, Getsy had Fields and couldn't make it work. Fields is better than AOC. Do the computing. But hey, so that thing about that is the only thing about the way I say you see that is that apparently Russell Wilson's, Super Bowl winning quarterback Russell Wilson that got benched. That everybody was saying I would take Wilson over here, saying that Justin Fields he's a more explosive player. He should play different positions besides the quarterback.
That's not just him. No, he's not the only guy on that team that said that already. There's another guy. I think there was somebody else on that team also said like he should and they're basically telling him without telling him like, bro, if you want to prolong your career, change your position. Because you're not going to make it at quarterback.
So anyways, so that's Getsy's kind of like out at the moment because when he was, doing position coaching, he was winning. He was with winning organizations, Green Bay and stuff like that, right? So him going over there, what I mean?
He's got to do a Terrell Pryor, dog. He's got to bust a Terrell Pryor.
Yeah.
To be honest.
The Terrell Pryor, there you go.
You got to do that, dog, because that's what's going to prolong his career.
Yeah,
because he has the athletic ability to do it.
Huh?
He has the athletic ability to do it. Like he has the athletic ability to be maybe a receiver or a running back, dog. But like he just doesn't have the accuracy, dog. Like the intermediate passes where you're supposed to have it in this league because like it's a death by 1,000 cuts or even a long ball. Like he ain't really good at any one of them. You know what I mean? Like he might be explosive in some plays because he has a big arm or something like that, but he's just not accurate. But he's explosive with his legs, which makes him, people are on backpedaling or something like that because they're worried about it. But he's just I don't see him being a number one quarterback in this league again.
Yeah, it says Raider Rebels says we have a quarterback coach, Rich Scagarello. I'm sorry, Greg, go ahead.
You kept it on my boy Fields, bro.
Oh, so because Gravy put my eyes on Fields a long time ago. He had an inside source talking something, and everybody, once we started saying that shit, everybody started talking about Justin Fields, other content creators. Then it kind of just trickled on to ESPN. I'm not saying that they're watching their shit, but I'm just saying
they need to be.
Yeah, for real. But it was Gravy that started the whole Fields things, bro. It was battles upon battles. And I mean, to be honest, I was going to take Fields in a second. But for a 6th-round pick, fuck yeah. People were talking about giving the 1st and the 2nd. No. I would have gave exactly what they gave up for him. But
so you're telling me that you wouldn't take Justin Fields?
I said I would take Justin Fields. I would take Justin Fields right now.
But they didn't. If they wanted him, they could have got him. If they wanted him, they could have got him. If they really wanted him. If you think about it.
I would take, to be honest, I would take Minshew over Justin Fields. Like if they had them both better. And we have Minshew, so that's why I would take Minshew.
Yeah, but
it's not about. I would have. AOC's already on this roster, so that's why I wouldn't even go towards like then. Like I would say the 2 guys that were free agents this year, or not free agents because Fields got traded for, but 2 guys that got different teams this year. I'd rather have Minshew.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
You'd
that's
rather
what they
have
do, right?
Minshew, but
See,
you'd rather
hey,
have
Toby
Minshew,
remembers
but
that shit. Toby remembers that shit. See,
he'll trade. Well, no, he would take Minshew over Justin Fields, but he won't start him over AOC.
No, I didn't say I would have started because I just said that it's going to be a battle.
Yep.
He might be the guy that starts.
So
But
you think AOC is
I
a
just
better
think-
quarterback than Justin Fields? Then?
no, I just hey,
Hold on,
that's why I said I said that's why I want to see this year. I want to wait till this year. What he does in training camp and what he does, like if he beats out Minshew, then he must be better. Because if I think Minshew's better than Fields and AOC somehow beats out fucking Minshew, then I'm obviously going to agree that fucking AOC's better. Because I've never liked Fields.
Yeah. Neither have I. I don't think. I know he's mobile and the whole nine, but he's not a passer. He's not a passer. And I know bringing him, Fields, if they want him, like I said, they would have got him, but they didn't want him. So I think Minshew with O'Connell is a good mix. This way, a little veteran. They're gonna be there supporting each other, and at the end of the day, like Gabe said, it's gonna be a dogfight, man. It's gonna be a dogfight, and the better man is going to win, and definitely it's going to be a short leash because you got any guys that could manage the game, because it's a run first offense. You got to remember that, and that's why we got the linemen to address that. The offensive linemen to make it happen. And at the end of the day, once you run the ball, what happens? Play action. It opens up the pass, right? O'Connell, he's pretty accurate. He's got a nice little ball, and so does Minshew. So it's going to be tough, but I know the coaches. Like you said, Marvin Lewis, the other head coach, Joe Philbin, they're there to support AP for a reason. He brought these guys on for a reason, so you don't have to make all the decisions by himself.
Yeah. But so then the biggest question on the offensive side of the ball will be Getsy. But so like what Circus I put right here, shout out Circus, man. I haven't seen you in a minute, but he said Super Bowl winning quarterback Nick Foles in his vet in Chicago came out and said that he had a bad attitude and not willing to learn. So there it is. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, if Getsy's going to bring this in, and I heard a little bit of the the Rush podcast with Andre James, he's saying that there's a lot of zone, and they're going to be running around down the field and stuff like that. That's where he thinks they're building the offensive line to where it's going to be better for that. So if they're going to be running the zone, doing that type shit, and Getsy did have the Chicago leading in rushing for a year or two.
Yeah.
So
yeah, have a passer though.
And Fields, his passing was shit, but then Fields was actually he had like 600 yards or 500 yards, something like that. But that's of 1,800 yards. So even though he was predominantly most of it, that was still 1,300 yards. I'm ballparking. There's not an exact number, but I think it was roughly about that. So they still, the running back still and his system actually produced runs. You know what I mean? So we're good there. So
but he was injury prone too. No, he was injury prone too. Fields would, take off and then he'll get hurt. And then, if you're not playing on the field, you ain't good to us.
Damn.
Right? You got to be smart.
We need a 30? Hold on. Justin career touchdown? Oh, to international. Oh, okay. I was like, God damn. That's crazy.
40 touchdowns. 30.
I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, 40 touchdowns, 30 interceptions in his career, in 3-year career.
Wow. Hey, shout out everybody.
Wow, baby. Wow.
What happened? What they tell me?
It says, okay, I'm into this conversation. Move on. If LC balls out, then no more conversations. If not, then Kenny. So what? So okay, hold on.
Can I tell yourself that, Kenny, because you bring up ALC more than anybody I know.
Okay, guys. Thank you for the $5. We're not. We can't talk about ALC no more. We can't. Sorry. Good night, guys. Peace out. See you guys. Hey, thank you guys. I appreciate you. Fucking Kenna. That's funny, man. Thank you for the $5, Kenna. I appreciate you, brother. Crazy.
Like I know people will kill me for this one now, but to be honest, that's why. Like if you ask me now, if you ask me a different question, and who would I rather have in Minshew or Russell Wilson? I'd rather have Russell Wilson.
Okay. That's not.
I was with that.
Bro. It's like uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable, bro.
The only $1 million. I mean, we could have got. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
It would have been worth the investment.
$1 million. we were able to get him
$1 million, bro. That's like, bro. That's like.
To worry about this. We don't have to worry about this. All this settling on the field. We know Russell Wilson is better than AOC.
Well, we'll see, right? Maybe we'll see this year because, he wasn't looking too hot. I mean, we beat him both games. He didn't look too hot against our defense.
He wasn't looking hot against our defense. Yes,
exactly. Hey, he's a veteran, a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Remember that. So we'll see, But
the Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yeah,
and he had a better season than obviously anybody did than O'Connell, but it's a short game. He only played. He didn't play. I'm saying that because he didn't play enough games.
But hey, fuck them. Fuck both of them motherfuckers. They're Steelers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was gonna end with that. I was gonna end with that.
Those are my guys right now, dog. Minshew and AOC.
Forget it. We got two quarterbacks to worry about, and I'm very worried about.
1 week it might be AOC. 1 week it might be Minshew. I'm not going to shit on
that. Don't work. That shit don't work. You going back to college or what?
I mean,
no, I'm just saying because one guy might get. You never know, dog. What the way nowadays are. Look, bro. That's why I keep saying it's so important to have a good backup too, because they're trying to go to 18 games now. You know what I mean? They're trying to even go more games. So it's like, you're going to need an extra quarterback with the injury, fucking, the shit where the NFL is trying to cover themselves with all these, lawsuit type shits. Like any little, they're doing post concussion, test after games and shit like that. So you need a guys to have quarterback because a guy might end the game and still have a concussion and not play the next week. So it's like you seen that last year with with Jimmy G. You know what I mean? He finished the game and still got the post concussion treatment. So where he was tested after the game and still got a concussion and not played last week. So I mean that was actually good for us. But
but
it's like but the thing is like you need two quarterbacks in this league now. You know what I mean? You need an adequate a backup now, dog, because and that's why I at the end of the day I think it's like you say it's going to be a short leash, and I do believe that, but it's like I think it's going to be even for other reasons too. Like, you know what I mean? It's going to be good to have that other guy and just backing up that other guy.
Yeah, for me, bro, like I'm kind of
backups better than your
I'm glad that we're not dealing with any of that like Russell Wilson shit. I think the season would be a wash. I mean, I'm glad he went where he went. I said that shit like 2 years ago. Like he probably do good with fucking with the Steelers, and I told my boy that too. Speaking of my partner, man, shout out to homie Jug, man. We were sitting back, we're playing Madden, old Army buddy and shit, and he said something to me, bro, and I just want to kind of bring it up. And he kind of said something that kind of pissed me off, and he told me something. He goes, I'm about to tell you something. You're gonna get emotional about this. He goes, I think Brock Bowers, it was fucked up that the Raiders picked him up. And I was like, okay, all right. Before I get fucking pissed off, explain why. He goes, because the Raiders have a history of having fucked up, like getting good players and not having them do anything. They go to other teams and they start doing some shit. I was like, ugh, like it got me pissed off because it's the fucking truth. But so my question is, what do you think about that? Do you think that Bowers coming to us, was it a bad thing? Because of, how I'm gonna answer it is like this, pretty much. I told him like this. I was like, look, he was saying that we don't do nothing with tight ends. Mayers didn't do anything until the second half of the season, and then he got hurt because Josh McDaniels had him blocking, when he actually got good hands. So if you look at his percentage of catches and everything like that, more of his catches came after the fact of when Josh McDaniels left. You know what I mean? So that's why Gravy was like, oh, how are we gonna pick this fucking tight end that's only doing only got like 28 catches through the whole fucking season, but most of those catches came on the second half. And his argument was that we don't know how to use tight ends. So I argue the point of rookie fucking quarterback, rookie fucking play caller, all that shit, you know what I mean? But then I did point out that was that. But what pissed me off the most was that he was kind of fucking right. You kind of get players that we bring them in, you know what I'm saying? And then because we don't win and the bad coaching, a lot of players go on to go to the Super Bowl, fucking Cleveland
I
Farrell.
think even when we were bad,
Cleveland Farrell, Cleveland Farrell, he's garbage.
But what
I mean is,
like,
even when we were bad in the last 20 years, we had good tight ends though. I mean, we had Waller, we had Zach,
Waller,
Walford,
Jolly,
we had Zach
Jolly.
you know, we had fucking, you know,
tight
like
ends.
we had a bunch of fucking tight ends that were good. You know what I mean? So I think like we've always been able to use tight ends, even fucking you know, when we had Cook for that 1 year. You know what I mean? Like that he balled out with fucking with Carr. You know what I mean? That 1 year. So it's like, I think that it's our tight ends have never been really a problem, dog. I just think that it's more. I think that when people talk about that, like that type of thing, where you know, for sure players have gone from our team to play for other teams, but I wouldn't say a tight end, because look at shit like how's Waller doing? You know what I mean? So it's like it's I would say there is definitely positions, but I just think that the last 20 years it's also been a different story, which that's why I will repeat and keep repeating and keep repeating. Or like that's why this hiring of a coach, I think, and this whole thing was so important, because it's a changing of like a guard. I think we're going back to the old school. I think we're going back to, you know, a Raider way, and I think we're going back to we're gonna start seeing, like, I think that it's gonna start going back to winning ways. I don't see us being that like that mediocre team picking in the top 10 anymore. I don't see that shit happening in like anytime soon. I think it's finally people are gonna start getting that out of their, like, it's gonna start being more and more removed from their fucking, you know, their memory now, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Because that's all they have. You know, that's all they have in the last 20 years. So it's like, of course they're gonna be saying that shit. You know what I mean? Like, all we do is pick players, and they only become good at other teams because we've been a bad team as a whole, to be honest. Like, so it's like, but I just think that that's where we have to kind of like remind the fans, dog. Like, it's remind fans and everybody of the Raiders, dog. It's just like, I think it's different now. I think we're heading in a different direction now, dog. And I just think that being in Vegas, I mean, obviously we miss Oakland and shit like that, but it's a new stadium, and the one thing that I will say about new city and all that shit, like, they're not gonna take the you know, Vegas losing in there every year, dog. Like, they're gonna have to build a winner there. They're gonna have to build a winner there, and we're gonna see it. We're gonna see it for ourselves. I think we're finally gonna get to see it. You know what I mean? Some fans, like we talked about the other day, haven't seen it for their whole fucking lives. Their whole time they've been alive as a Raider fan. So like they're finally gonna be able to see that shit. And I think that's where I think that they're finally gonna be able to start talking different. You know what I mean, about that shit.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta remember the dynamic of Brock Bowers. He's not just a tight end. The guy has some wheels, you know. And if you remember in college, what was he? The best tight end, right? Yard to catch. So that's gonna open up a different dimension. And if you have both of the tight ends coming out, you know, with Adams and, you know, just spreading the field, I mean, it's gonna open up a lot of things. So I mean, we probably could have got a defensive corner, but I like the pick. You know, best player on the board. He's gonna be a stud, bro. He's gonna be a stud. Trust me, Brock Bowers is gonna be a stud. He's gonna help Michael Mayers, and it's gonna be a 1-2 combo. You know, Getty needs to get his playbook out and definitely utilize it. You know, definitely utilize those guys. I mean, we have so many weapons. I mean, it shouldn't be no problem gaining yards. You know, especially run offense first. And don't forget the kid from the Vikings we picked up, Madison. Hey, watch out for him too. He's a tough runner. You know, I think Lowe talked about running backs. We picked him up too for agency.
Red zone. I like him for the red zone. He's always been good in the red zone. Always been good in the red zone. Sure.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. So, you know, there's definitely some running backs. We got weapons. We got the line. I know you guys are talking about Mumford and all that. I like Mumford. You know, we got Glaze. So we'll see. It's going to be a dogfight throughout the whole entire roster, and that's what I like. You know, bringing back old school Raider football. That's what it is. Hey, we're gonna have to bully our way in. AFC West has been, you know, ran by, you know, the Chiefs for a long time, and it's our turn now, man. You know, it started Christmas Day. The Grinch stole Christmas, baby. Raiders stole Christmas, and we know that.
Yes,
Raiders, baby.
That was the best Christmas present I've had in fuck, dog.
Woo! Remember the Christmas where Carr broke his ankle and we're 12-6?
Come on, Lord.
That was the worst Christmas. Hey, the drought's over, bro. Went from bad Christmas to good Christmas. So check this out. Kenna put this up a couple minutes ago, bro. I apologize. I didn't get to it really, really fast. Matt, Kenna with the $5. He said $10 today, man. I appreciate you, Kenna. Appreciate you. Says Madden said, if you don't know who your starter is, then you don't have him. Just like we all wanted JD5 or Penix.
Yeah,
hopefully next year. Yeah,
I just think that I'm not saying that like, cause I think he kind of said that when we were talking about, you know, the backup shit and stuff like that. So, but like, I'm not saying that like, obviously I don't want to be one of those college type fucking teams where, you know, that's obviously true. When you got guys rotating during the game like that, I don't believe in that type of shit. Like you pick your starter, you know what I mean? You pick your starter and you roll with that guy. You know what I mean? But like it's obviously like I'm not gonna be like, okay, like I agree with when they talk about that shit. But obviously Madden said that shit in the 70s when he was a coach too, when they were playing 13 game seasons, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like time progresses too as well. Like, so it's like you have to have a backup quarterback, and that's why sometimes like that's the only thing I'm talking about. Of course you need a starter. You have to have that bona fide starter and you have to go with him. But it's very important to have that backup dog that's good. And that's why like some people will point out like, damn, why are you paying AOC that much money when you really look at it, dog? Like it's not like for a fucking backup quarterback that's cool, who might actually end up starting. So it's like, you know what I mean? I like that fucking that contract.
Yeah. 'Twas a beautiful Christmas indeed. Oh,
exactly. We stole that shit.
So Gravy. So what do you think about that statement? Like, you know what I mean? What my boy said and what we're talking about as far as I didn't mean to take it go. I'm not trying to go back and forth, but I still kind of want to answer that. I just don't want to leave Kenna out there like that hanging.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So the question pretty much was like, you know, we get players like, you know, especially he's saying tight ends, good players, and they don't produce for us. What do you think about that? Like, obviously you heard what we said. So,
Gabe mentioned tight ends that were very successful with this, so we know that that's not a fact. Mm-hmm. And I like the dual tight end room we have. I like the tight end room that we have right from the get. We got athletic guys, we got big guys. You know, don't sleep.
Did we sign another guy too?
We got
Harrison
Bryant
or Harrison Bryant.
Harrison Bryant.
We got, but the thing is that, you know, as much as I criticize Mayer, as I expected a lot more from him, especially in that offense, and now that we got Bowers, that's a whole different dude. So it makes it exciting when you got two, you know, people were calling, you know, baby Gronk and all that. Nah, he's not even near that with 20 catches last year. I was very disappointed when I seen that stat. You know what I mean? You got to go to your tight end more than why pick him. So that let me get on that subject that, you know, everybody was upset at me saying, what did Michael Mayers do? 20 catches isn't productivity to me.
7
from a tight end or whatever.
27.
I see 20. So,
but Davey, remember they had him locked up. McDaniels didn't. They had him chained up, you know, and he even admitted.
Why did they pick him? Why did they pick him, Mike? Why did they pick him in the second round? Why did they move up the pick?
Ask McDumbass that. Look, but I still like the pick. No matter what, I still like the pick. I'm just saying, like, I just don't think McDaniels ended up not wanting to go to him. I think he favored more Hooper. He favored more of those guys, and he just didn't really like. He should have just bit like if Hooper was even a little bit better, like. I agree with even if he's just a little bit better, I still want to go with the I want to still see more of the rookie. You know what I mean? Like even early on, because and McDaniels just did not do that. He never got to see anything. He never got to see the field while McDaniels was there. And that was 8 games? Mm-hmm. Almost half of the season.
Well, to answer your question, Lo, I think I'm excited about our tight end. Yeah, and the play selection, and the play. I think our third downs are going to be minimal, and I think our tight ends are going to get a lot of them. Yep. So, because you know how I'm not confident in the running game, so that's the next in line. So,
so I think
bring them out there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it too, but it's just something that kind of got brought up to me and shit. I was like, man, fuck that. Like, that's a good topic to talk about. Like, you know what I mean? Because there is some.
But we don't mess up tight ends' careers. We don't mess up. There ain't been one.
Yeah,
I can't even remember one tight end leaving us besides Cooks. But he was traveling all over the place. But
Cooks went from the Saints to Chargers.
There's some quarterbacks like Walford. He was never heard of again.
No. Michael Rivera.
Michael Rivera. Never heard of again.
Michael Rivera.
And they actually did good here. You know what I mean? But after they left here, they were never even heard of again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We use tight ends wisely, but we just didn't last year. You know, we were always saying, you know, Darren Waller was the third best top 3 tight end, but he really wasn't because he wasn't on the field. But you know, we were just thinking like 3 years ago. But these guys, these 2 young guys, the future of the Raiders, I'm very excited about.
Yep. Hey Tyler, check this out. I seen this. Tyler said something and put some shit right here. Let me read this real quick from Pena. It says, I just have to say, Lo, you moved up like the Jeffersons since I joined you on your first live. I just want to give a shout out to Pena, bro. I know sometimes you pop in and out. Hopefully you're still here right now. When I did my first live by myself, he jumped on with me, and I was nervous as a motherfucker, bro. Like, I didn't know how to fucking. I was like, hey, guys, like I wasn't that bad, but it was pretty close. But the thing is, Pena, shout out, bro, man.
Pretty sure it's
try, bro. Like, but Pena's been here forever, man. Shout out to you, Pena. Pena jumped on. He's like, I'll bullshit with you. And he bullshit with me, bro, and he helped me out. So I appreciate that. But getting back to Tyler, I just wanted to give Robert his flowers and shit. Tyler says, Telesco will be the death of us. Tyler, give me more of an explanation, bro. I need to know more of an explanation. Because I'm not gonna lie, Tyler. What was wrong with the Chargers? They had talent, but they had no coaching.
Exactly.
Right. So for me, you put a lot of talented people on the field with Wilkins. You know what I mean, with Wilkins, and then you know the draft and stuff like that.
I think the way he built the offensive line too, like
the offensive line
with no name guys, and then you know still drafted some studs. You know what I mean, like. So I think like I don't know, man. I like it. I mean, obviously there's other things, but you like they say that what they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. You know what I mean? So it's like it's almost the same shit. Like you can only like get so many things. You know what I mean? Obviously, and we still got money. That's the crazy thing too. We still got money to be able to maybe even fill up some of those spots. There's a lot of spots that are taken up, so we might not have to spend the money maybe out there. I would probably say fixed corner, but I would say use most of that money to maybe lock up some of the guys that are going to be free agents that you are for sure that you want to extend. Like I would say top of that list, Hobbs, Spillane, you know what I mean? Those are the 2 top guys on the top of that list that you probably want to extend, but there's going to be a lot of free agents next year. So like some of that money you could probably be able to use now to extend guys. So that way it's not a big, you know, like so much of a big, you know, emphasis during next season. So like, you know what I mean? You just gotta, it's less of an emphasis. You gotta only sign some guys, and the salary cap's going up next year, so you have more money. But getting some of those guys locked in right now would be probably smart. But I would say add maybe a corner.
Yeah. Gilmore, I think Gilmore's still on the free agent market, right? Gilmore's still out there. Yeah. I mean, he's a veteran, you know, our corner's a little weak. I mean, President Jack Jones, I like what I see in Jack Jones, brother. Hey, 2 pick sixes, come on now. He's a big key to our defense for sure. But we definitely need another strong corner. We had Bennett last year. He was struggling really bad. And, you know, with the corner position. But I mean, we drafted a couple guys, you know, in the draft. But,
we were pretty good. You know what I mean? I think Telesco did actually pretty good, no? What did you say? Like, I think
that's just pretty good.
He dropped in his knees.
I think if we don't get nobody in corner, it's going to be Faison's job to lose. Faison can play there. We got a veteran right there. He's not Gilmore. He's not MVP, defensive MVP, but Gilmore's old, bro. And with just our luck, bro, he's gonna be so old to play for the Raiders and then mess up.
Well, I mean, you're not going to give him a lot of money. You're going to, give him maybe, X amount. I mean, if you have the money, that's probably the most need, I believe. And, maybe another linebacker. But, our line is sewed up. I think our defensive line, Wilkins, makes the big difference. Max Crosby's going to be one-on-one now with the great one, Mad Max, baby. Man, just think, one-on-one with Mad Max, it's over. It's over.
Yeah.
Defensive player of the year this year. I'm calling it right now. Defensive player this year, Mad Max, is going to take that shit.
I would love for that to happen.
Yep, it's going to happen.
I would say Tyler's saying he only got one starter, but like obviously you got two starters in the first two rounds, like locked. I think like right there you got Bowers and Powers are going to be starters right there, and then you got Wilkins you got another starter right there. That's three starters right there. Like, and I think those are going to be three standout starters right there. Like, so it's like
all pro.
I don't know, man. Like, I wouldn't say that you can't really knock free agents. I would say yeah, okay, but shit. I mean, I think it's just it's a matter of it was clearing the books and shit like that, and we still got money left over. You know what I mean? There's still things that he can still do. You know what I mean? And I would say the biggest thing, that was getting a quarterback. You know what I mean? But bro, that shit was crazy. That shit was unheard of. That shit was unheard of what happened in the draft this year, bro. And like, Washington didn't want to come off the picks. You know what I mean? Like, Atlanta fucked up everything at 8. You know what I mean? So it's like, it was just a shit show for like, that type of quarterback. So it's like, and to be honest, do you guys really feel confident in taking any other quarterback if we wouldn't have moved up to 2 to get a Jaden Daniels, or if we wouldn't have stayed put in to get a Penix? If we would have got somebody else, there would have been a lot of people talking shit right now. Like if we would have got a Bo Nix, or if we would have got a fucking JJ McCarthy, there would have been a lot of people, because I heard a lot of shit, going when those names would come up, pre-draft. A lot of people were talking shit about that shit. So it's like, I think we came out with the best. Like Telesco did his work, I think, in the draft. I would say in the draft, because I'll be one to say, like, right after the draft, I would say we hit it out of the park. The only guy I ever even questioned was our 4th round pick in Glaze. But to be honest, like, I just didn't see much on him. Like, I hadn't seen too much film on him and anything like that. I do feel a little bit better about him, but I would still say that would probably be our weakest draft pick. But I think Telesco did his job, dog, and he still got money. He still got, when a lot of teams are already, they can't do shit no more because they're strapped. We still got something we could still work with shit. We could still get some shit done.
Yeah, and the cuts are going to come. And there's a lot of moves still to be made. We've got a lot of work to be done moving forward. A lot of work to be done. But and then don't forget Pierce, and I think even Lewis had a big influence in the draft. I think they threw Telesco. Yeah. Hey man, this is what we want. Pierce is a
Graham.
Exactly. Patrick Graham too. He's like, hey, I want this guy, and we drafted a little defensive heavy, but that's okay. We got a little of everything besides our quarterback. But I think the better thing was not reaching and giving up all these draft picks, so that we wouldn't have the Powers. We wouldn't have these other guys that we drafted late in the round. So, he did his job. I agree with Gabe. I agree with Gabe for sure. What do you think about Gravy?
I wouldn't mind going to get Gilmore, man.
Oof, I think so. I know Gravy says he's old, but he's a veteran, man. Hey,
it's the 3rd year that Gilmore was supposed to play on our team, bro. It hasn't happened.
That is true.
Well, I mean,
when was the last time who was the last player? And it's a totally different player that we said we should have got this guy. We should have got this corner. We should have got this corner. And what happened to that guy?
I want Gilmore, but I would just say get some help at corner. So I think we need it. We just maybe need like somebody. I would prefer Gilmore, but I just say we need some help at corner.
Yeah.
We can't. I know why people were thinking maybe something drastic or crazy was gonna happen June 1st. June 1st, all we got was a bunch of money. So now the veterans, the starters, the number ones, they're not even at OTAs or They're just getting treatment. They ain't working out. When the real OTA starts, mid-June, that's when you have to be there. It's mandatory. And those guys don't make it. Those are going to be young, probably good players that we can pick up instead of somebody that's up there in age, but decorated and has hardware for it. But, we don't want them to become old with us, bro, because, I like Bennett. I like Bennett, and I think he recovered from what he did. But
no, I don't argue with you there. Like I wouldn't be mad if we don't sign nobody.
Yeah,
and we use that.
We've always forgot about Bennett, and then face on.
We just use it solely to sign guys that we have here, and just to show even more like that we trust in the guys here. Then fuck it. I mean, I wouldn't mind that either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just use the money that we got here.
Bennett needs to recover his talent back. I'm sure he's going to get another chance.
Of course.
He needs to take advantage of that opportunity for the second time because, like I said, AP's the one that benched him.
Yep.
It wasn't McDaniels or anything. We can't blame the other regime or whatever. AP sat his ass down. So.
And he should, because sometimes sitting down, you learn by sitting down and watching the mistakes and watching, what's going on in the field. Because sometimes we come out of college, it's just fast, man. It's too fast. I mean, I like Bennett. I think he's a good prospect. But to start him, like I said, he's going to have a second chance. So we'll see. I'd rather have a little veteran there that, that can kind of hold it down. With Wilkins and Crosby, they're going to have much time to pass, man. Trust me. These guys, and Kuntz, don't sleep on Kuntz.
Kuntz, there, Mike.
That would be some. If they really, really believe in Kuntz and that he's gonna be something too, like then that'd be a smart thing to do. Like if you want to lose that money too, if you want to use some of that money there too.
Yeah.
Man.
So you don't have to worry about that shit next year because you might get a discount by not even asking for a discount just by signing him now.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Hobbs
because
that Hobbs too.
If he balls out, that price is going up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's like.
So yeah, there's Tyler got a question right here. He goes, you guys think Gallup is going to make the final roster?
No.
Really?
It's tough. A lot of fucking jobs that's receivers. Where do we go? 5, 6 deep last year. So
be honest,
what's the guys?
Chucker, Myers, Adams, and then Gallup, and then what's the fifth guy?
We got Guyton,
Wilkerson, DJ Turner.
Still in it. That's it right there. So
we should have drafted Jerry Rice's son, the 7th round. I mean, Jerry Rice's son went in the 7th round. We should have got Jerry Rice's son, Brandon Rice.
He went to the Chargers.
Exactly. We should. I'm just telling you, bro. I mean, I was like,
stay with the Chargers. They can stay with the Chargers. They can't recoup the bad.
Yeah, Gravy's been talking shit. Gravy don't like USC players.
Come on, Gravy. I mean,
well, we're from Fresno, bro. So it's like the Fresno State thing and USC. Like, we're still hurts, bro. It still hurts.
But you blush, I know.
It hurts. We played the best game against Fresno State.
It's all love. It's all good, brother.
Gravy don't like no USC players.
I hate Reggie Bush.
Rice's son, Landon Rice. I mean, I'm just saying, Jerry Rice was a Raider at one time, and it would have been nice. It would have been pretty badass, I think. But obviously it didn't happen. So, life goes on, right?
Yeah. So it's but the receivers that we have, he has a chance. He has a chance to make the end of the roster.
Yeah. Well,
we didn't draft no receivers.
No.
So he has a chance to make the end of the roster. Because 6 deep, say you go, okay, I think the first 4 are locked, you know what I mean? But then you got, I think Guyton and Gallup are gonna probably make the end of the thing. But shit, man, like you are gonna carry 3 tight ends. You're probably gonna carry 3 tight ends.
Yeah.
So shit.
4 running backs, right?
I think Gallup he does. I would put Gallup. He makes the end. He makes probably like at very end cuts, like probably at the very end. unless
Gallup's a talented receiver, bro.
He's injury prone.
He's good though. He's good though.
I'd rather get rid of Guyton.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think he makes it. I think
he's a depth piece. He's a practice squad kind of guy. If you go get some money somewhere else, he might take off. You know what I mean? But
that
Gallup
would make the most sense. Would make the most sense.
Gallup ain't gonna be on no practice.
Because no, what I mean is like if he's gonna probably make the end of the 53, he's a guy that probably might ask for a cut, just because he might have an opportunity to go play
somewhere
a top 4 receiver somewhere else. You know what I mean? But I do think if he does want to stay here, he probably makes the 53, but at the very end. Like he might make the 6th, he might be like the 5th, 6th receiver on the list.
That's true.
I don't think we carry 6 receivers. I don't think we're gonna carry 6 receivers.
No.
Yeah, we got to.
No. I really carry 6 receivers.
What was Gallup's numbers last year?
Gallup, he was hurt.
He was hurt. Injury prone.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I think we're going to need all the receivers we're going to need anyways because, I mean, we're going to need them. So it's basically saying Gallup is youngish. Yeah, I get that crew too. But we only got about another 15 minutes, bro. Gravy, you got a question right here from Raider Pete. Shout out Raider Pete, bro. It says, thoughts on acquiring an extra linebacker like a Quan Alexander or a Shaq Leonard if we don't spend the money on Howard or Steven Nelson at cornerback. What do you think, Gravy?
I like Quan Alexander.
Is there any linebacker that you guys would want to pick up right now?
Gabe's a linebacker guy.
Quan Alexander. I like Quan Alexander. Shaq Leonard is more of a rusher type guy, which I have confidence in Kuntz, and you know me, I have confidence in Tyree. So I know Gravy wouldn't, but I have confidence in Tyree that he's gonna ball out this year. So I wouldn't go more of Shaq Leonard because he's more of a rushing the quarterback type of guy. I like Quan Alexander more of a stand-up type of linebacker who I think that's more of a guy that we need on this team.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah. Is there anybody that Mike, are you looking at anybody that we can possibly pick up, like maybe at the linebacker position or on the defensive side of the ball?
What were they saying? What's that one defensive end? He played with us a couple of seasons ago.
Ngakoue. Yannick Ngakoue.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt, right?
That'll just tell me that they're not confident in Tyree. That'll just tell me right there you ain't confident in Tyree.
But also they said that Tyree's going to be lined up in the middle too.
No, not just that though, but like you see teams do this recently, very recently. That's why I wouldn't say that so much because you can never, like we said this shit on the show too, Gravy. You can never have too many defensive linemen.
Yeah,
rotate them out, keep them fresh.
Yeah,
keep them fresh. I mean, you can't lose that.
Sometimes making your strength stronger is fucking. You know what I mean? Like we said that might help out even more. The secondary. That's why our secondary might even ball out even more. You know what I mean? Like shit. Like you got guys that never. First of all, you're gonna have one side that's never gonna come off the field because fucking Max just doesn't come off the field.
Never.
And then shit, bro. Like fuck, man, you got if you have a
Ngakoue would be salty, bro, because we kicked him to the curb over Tyree.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, that was before Tyree.
Chandler Jones.
We picked him to the curb for Chandler.
Chandler Jones.
Yeah, that was a bust. That was a year before. Yeah,
remember Chandler played for a year, and then he went crazy. Remember?
Yeah.
So, but. Like that year, we got rid of Ngakoue and got Chandler.
Yeah,
I'm sure Ngakoue had a better season because Chandler didn't do shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No. Ngakoue did have a lot of sacks. He did have quite a bit of sacks that year. I think he had like 9 or 10 sacks.
That's even more proof.
He just always
to get salty about it because you kept this crazy ass dude over me.
Yeah. But the only thing with Ngakoue though is he's never been able to defend the run.
So Jonathan 7, the studio says right here, Coach Gravy Tyrese said he's switching his number to 99. Cut him some slack. Oh shit!
If he is 99, I will cut him some slack.
Why is that?
Because that's why he sucks. You got a little DB number. You a defensive end, defensive.
You gotta look the part. You gotta look the part. Huh?
You gotta look like a defensive lineman. No number, DB number. You ain't no DB.
Raider Dad, what's up? Hopefully you're having a good one. I haven't seen you around these parts. Hopefully you're good.
Raider Dad.
You got to remember about Tyree though too. Last year he started off slow, man. He was hurt coming out of college. You know, he started off really slow.
Gravy don't want to hear none of that shit.
They don't want to hear none of that. You didn't hear me.
Let me hear. I'm gonna tell you my grab in a nutshell, okay?
Hey, no, but what he said earlier, remember? You don't give player chances. You don't give nobody.
We drafted a hurt player in 7th overall in the first round.
I know.
Don't you think we could have did something a little bit better than waiting for a guy not to get hurt and develop the guy? He had no moves. We just drafted him on potential.
Yeah.
Now maybe Tyree Wilson year by year will get better and become the person that everybody thinks he is. He's a different human being. They don't make dudes like that. I understand that, but we picked a hurt person that wasn't developed, that at a spot where we need a guy that needs to make an impact right off the bat.
Well, we also drafted Cleveland Farrell too. We could have had Josh Allen. And look what
Cleveland Farrell.
Oh man, we could do this. We could do this all night with that. We could go. We could have had Megatron instead of Jamarcus Russell.
Exactly. This is recent though. This is the last 3-4 years.
No, I'm saying like, woo, that shit is fucking like for the last 20 years. That right there, that story. Right there, dog. That shit's so crazy. Like Leatherwood. Remember when we got Leatherwood? Like how many players we could have got in front of him? Like
he's from Alabama, so
crazy.
That was stupid. But Leatherwood was a dog, bro. He was a beast.
The one thing that opened my eyes though so much is that last year that stat that came out about how teams have drafted, right? The draft, the success rate of the draft people and like how many players have stood on the team for a certain amount of years and shit like that. And there was by percentages, right? And there was everybody. And everybody was almost like lumped around the same numbers. Like clearly there was a number one team, but like it would drop off a little bit from team to team. And then it was the team like number 31, which I forgot who it was. But and then it was way down was us. That shit was crazy, bro.
Oh man.
Yeah. Our draft picks have been like
first round terrible.
Horrible.
Yeah.
I think my thing is that if you pick that high, top 10, right? Or even the top, what was Killian, what was Farrell?
Fourth overall.
Four.
Yeah.
He wasn't the guy that I thought we should have grabbed. I thought we should have grabbed the corner then, and then with somebody put that I like Leatherwood.
What about that other guy that we got from fucking Syracuse?
I was a receiver. I was a receiver dude back then.
Jahad Ward,
yeah.
Another one. That's why I am the way I am now, Mike. All that sorriness, all that disappointment that we did, bro. I'm used to it, bro. And so are you, and so is everybody. So we just think it's natural, bro. We're saying, this 6th round pick, this 6th round pick's a dog. This 6th round pick's a beast, and who cares if he went to New Hampshire? He's balling out on OTAs. How you watching that, first of all, with the little snippets of him running a little ladder or something like that? But he was wearing number 23, so he's Christian McCaffrey. Now he's Christian McCaffrey.
I believe in a whole process that we're going through right now. Like, I understand where you're coming from because I understand that.
It's good.
I understand that. No, what I mean is I understand that you've seen the last 20 years and that's what has you like thinking that way. But that's why I'm thinking different. I just think different just because of the simple fact that I think that it's
slowed down.
My mindset kind of changed. My mindset kind of changed when we actually finally, like, I think Mark Davis finally listened and like fucking finally like, got sometimes the answer's right in front of you, dog, and sometimes you want to be the smartest guy in the room and go hire like what they did with Josh McDaniels and all of that bullshit. Like, oh, he was impressed with his 99-page fucking playbook and all of this bullshit. Like, and when the answer is sometimes right in front of you, which ended up falling right into his lap with AP. And I think that's what has me more thinking of. That's why these guys are going to work out. Not because obviously we could have picked somebody else for Tyree, and maybe there was a better draft pick. But I think with this coaching staff and everything, they're going to actually bring him to his full potential. He could have still been like, if we would have still had Josh McDaniels and all of that shit, he for damn sure probably would have been on his way down still, because he probably could have still been a bust because he wouldn't have had the right guys behind him. But I think now with having AP and everything, I think that's what's going to make him a changed player, because you can see it too. Like supposedly he's glued to fucking Max's hip. He's fucking like, and all of this. It's like, that's where I kind of like, my mindset is kind of changed on it. Like I believe in the change that we made. That's what, like, I'm totally buying into it. That like I think that's what has me believing in that Tyree's gonna make that change, and all of these players gonna make that change, because you've seen it with Kuntz. We haven't seen that play out of Kuntz for fucking 3 years, 4 years, and 9 games. He fucking is the next coming of fucking of Khalil Mack.
Hey, they came from the same college. They came from the same college. They came from Buffalo. So I'm just saying,
Kuntz showed flashes of that all through his career with the
Raiders. What I mean is, like,
he showed flashes.
I'm saying, like, I think but you've seen it finally come to like a good, like a very good when AP took over and Patrick Graham was able to fucking do his thing. Like, that's when you finally see Kuntz actually put it all together. So that's what has me more confident in that they're going to be able to get the most out of Tyree.
Oh, yeah. Definite, Gabe. That's for sure. And then don't sleep on my boy, Jack Jones, baby. President Jack Jones. Tell you, trust me.
He's going to be done.
He's going to make, he made noise in 8 games. This year he's going to,
ain't no one sleeping on Jack Jones. Ain't no one sleeping on Jack Jones.
Well, a lot of people are, but we haven't really mentioned him. But I'm just saying, watch. That's one side is going to be solidified. We're going to be good on defense. But like I said, Gabe, Kuntz. Oh man, Kuntz. It was nice to see him finally get on the field and finally get some playing time, like quality playing time. Look at the production. Look at the production, man. So our defense is going to be stacked.
Shout out to Omar, bro. You said daily reminder, AOC's quarterback 1. Great show, fellas. He always does that every time when we come on. AOC,
we're coming up on that 2-hour mark. We're coming up on that 2 hour mark.
We're coming up on 2 hours. So, hey, Mike, check this out. I got your Instagram right here, bro. Guys, you go to his page. He has a couple different events that are going on. I know he's having one on Sunday this weekend in LA, right? Where are you guys having it? Mike, explain.
Fontana. Latto Creek, Fontana.
Okay, in Fontana.
Okay.
So there you go.
Yep.
So they're going to be having like a little concert. Go and explain to everybody, bro. If you guys are in the Fontana area, the LA area, in that area, they want to go on Sunday, want to get out. It's a big old thing. But Mike, go and let them know what it is.
All right, check it out.
Let me know. I might fucking drop by.
Check it out, man.
Gabe got a house over there where Kobe used to live, bro. He living in the Calabasas and all that. You can take his little helicopter over there.
Riverside,
So check it out, Raider Nation fam. We're gonna be in Fontana, Latto Creek Road. We're gonna have my boy Mellow Man Ace. We're gonna have Candyman knocking in booths. We're gonna have Connie, Funky Little Beat. We're gonna have a bunch of food trucks there. It's a beautiful area. It's called Hidden Acres. Come on and join us. This Sunday, June 9th at 2 p.m. it starts. I mean, it's gonna be off the chain, guys, and hope you guys can come out and support from LA to IE to wherever you're at. I know you guys got your thing going on too up there. June 8th. I wish I could go. You never know, I may pop up. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's all about Raider Nation, brothers. It's all about showing love, support. Thank you guys again. Low, Gravy.
Battle Man Ace is going to be making his rounds on. He's going to be over there on Saturday, down here on Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So he's gonna be at your festival first. He's gonna be at your event, and then he's gonna shoot out. So I know I may make an appearance. I got to talk to the wife and be like, hey, babe, we got to do it. We got to go check out love and support you guys out there too. But
Oh, yeah.
hey, much love, and gravy. Hey, nice seeing you guys in Bakersfield. That was dope, man. And
Yeah.
Gabe
Good,
420. Hey,
Hell yeah.
much love, man. Raider Nation, Raised Against the
bro.
World, baby. We're taking over. That's how we do it, baby. Thanks again.
Yeah, of course, brother. So
No
you
problem,
have
man.
T-shirts and everything for sale on your site, right? You have everything there
Yes.
from your IG, right?
Yes, all you gotta do is go to Us Against the World .VIP. Check out our merch. We have tank tops, we have shirts, we have flags, we have a lot of stuff going on. I still owe you something low.
Yes, brother.
Yeah, you and
Gravy.
Gravy.
You give me and Gravy tank tops. We don't wear tank
Yeah.
tops. Like you see
Bro, my
side boobs and
shirt
shit.
fit me. My shirt fit me, bro.
You can see side boob on my shit, bro. Like your boy, packing on the pasta over here.
You can't get this head through that little.
Crazy. But nah, man, thank you for pulling up, Mike, man. Appreciate you, man. You guys, you're more than welcome to, man. Everybody go subscribe to it, man. And then I just wanted to give a shout out to everybody that voted. We have 53 votes for AOC. AOC is the winner. Actually, 54 votes. AOC is the winner. 80%, 79, 54. It's going back and forth. All right, so it's at 80%, man. That's pretty much it. So everyone's saying who's going to start the quarterback this season. Everyone's saying AOC compared to Gardner. Shout out that.
We'll see.
So there it is, man. I
Easy.
appreciate that right there.
It's
Also, it's tagged on the top, man. The Eventbrite for the Raider Nation Explosion #5 in Madera. If you are local, 559-209, LA, the Bay, wherever you guys are watching from, come on out, hit that link right there. And if you can't get the tickets there, I think they're closing by tomorrow. The rest of the tickets will be available at the door. And it's going to be at Madera Fairgrounds, 159 area. Just look it up. I know we're going to be there. Definitely going to be there. We're going to be setting everything up. We're going to have our podcast. We're probably going to be either streaming live if hopefully everything works out. There's not a lot of feedback. It's going to be a first time for us, but we will be there. Me and Gravy will be there. Gabe's not going to be able to make it. He might be able to. I don't know. He might be flying all over the place. You never know. You never
Get
know.
on that Cali.
Hey,
Get on that
Fontana,
helicopter,
Gabe.
bro.
Come down, Fontana, Gabe. Come tell me, brother.
Yeah, so
Get on that
Yeah, so-
helicopter, bro. I'm telling you.
helicopter, bro. Yeah,
Nah,
but
nah.
yeah, so
I don't get on helicopters.
you don't get helicopters? Yeah. Anyways,
People from LA don't like helicopters. Though.
yeah, I know. I don't like choppers no more. I'm not getting to the chopper at all, bro. Anyways, hey, shout out to Shield Up and Debbie. You guys are fucking crazy in here, man. I'm gonna shout out everybody that shot a couple moments. Well, Mike, that's you. Appreciate you becoming a member, man. Appreciate you, Kenna, with the $5. OJ with $10. Thank you, Kenna. Appreciate you. Omar, shout out for the $1.99. We appreciate all you guys. We will be live Thursday. Thank you, right away. Appreciate you guys. SoCal Sal, everybody right there. Lambskin, yeah. There's a thing that we do over here, Mike. We have Shield Up condoms. It's going to be the Raiders. You're trying to enter the black hole, you got to get them, but they're lambskin because they're the goats. So, anyways. Shield up, baby. Shield up. You guys, man, like we always tell you guys on the way out, be thankful what you do got, what you don't. Don't drink and drive. And on 3, how we always end it. On 3, ready? 1, 2, 3. Raiders! You guys have a good night. You guys be safe, and we'll see you guys on Thursday.